Now we'll be proceeding with the reception ceremony. Bouquet of honor to be given to Dr. Shantanu Guho. Our VC of the Health University is welcome. Dr. Bhavatosh Vishwas is going to occupy this seat. A bouquet of honor will be given to Dr. Shantanu Guho, Chairman Reception Committee. Big round of applause, please. Next, bouquet of honor to be given to Dr. Soumitra Rai, Scientific Chairman. Next, bouquet of honor to be given to Dr. Shivananda Datto, President CSI West Bengal. Next, bouquet of honor to be given to Dr. M.K. Das, General Secretary CSI. Next, bouquet of honor to be given to Dr. Devabrata Rai, Secretary CSI, West Bengal Branch. May I now proceed with the inaugural song? Soumitra, this is the order. Dr. Soumro Mukherjee, organizing secretary. আচ্ছা আচ্ছা আচ্ছা
হয়ে গেছে ভবতোষ হয়ে গেছে তো আচ্ছা আচ্ছা The next bouquet will be presented to Professor Bhabatosh Vishwas, our guest of honor.
Reception to be
Next,
given.
we are proud to present the bouquet to Swami Nityadipanandaji Maharaj, our chief guest. And last and most gorgeous bouquet goes to the organizing secretary, Dr. Soumro Mukherjee, for whom we are here today. Now our pleasant duty and ritual is to lighting of the lamp. And the background music, please. May I now request Chairman Reception Committee, Professor Shantanu Guho, to give his welcome address.
Honorable Chairperson Swami Nitya Dipananda Ji Maharaj, Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Bhabatosh Biswas, other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, dear colleagues, I welcome you all to this year's update in cardiology being organized by the Cardiological Society of India West Bengal branch. This has become our annual event, and perhaps with every passing year, that is improvement in its performance. I sincerely hope that the scientific treat, which has been arranged by the scientific chairman, Dr. Soumitra Ray, and the culinary and the other treats organized by our organizing secretary, Dr. Shouro Mukherjee, will really be a treat and you'll all savor it. And with these few words, I again welcome you to this year's program and thank you all.
Now it's my pleasant duty to address the gathering for 1 or 2 minutes. Good evening, colleagues, my friends, Swami Nitya Dipananda Ji, Professor Bhabatosh Biswas, and all the dignitaries on the stage. The first day is over as far as scientific content is concerned, but inauguration is going on and followed by cultural program. Tomorrow morning there is also a half-day scientific program. Scientific program consists not only of the content, but how it is delivered by the speakers, how the chairpersons are handling the sessions, and perhaps most important, how the audience is participating and getting stimulated and taking home some messages and some memories of the conference. I hope it's not a total failure this time. Maybe you will have something to take back home from your own standpoint. And with that, I welcome you all and also hope that you will come tomorrow also at 9 o'clock in the morning to make the second day as successful as day one. Thank you very much. Now may I invite our President, CSI West Bengal branch, Dr. Shivananda Datta, to say a few words to the gathering.
Honorable Acharya of Belur Moth, Swami Nitya Dipananda Ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Health University, the dignitaries of the dais, my learned colleagues and friends. All of us are aware of an unprecedented pace of progress in this field of medicine in recent times. The pace of progress is such fast that without this interactive session, it is very difficult to keep ourselves updated in our busy schedule. And CSI West Bengal update has been giving this opportunity. And I was querying that it has started since 1987, so 13 plus 16, almost 30 years, 29 years, we are doing that, and it has become our annual rituals where we get many things, and the budding cardiologists and budding teachers first take the training of speaking to the audience in this platform. And all of us remember that when we first started delivering lecture, it was this platform which gave us confidence. So in different respect, this is a very homely, educative And this year also, I should say, congratulate both Dr. Shouro Mukherjee, our organizing secretary, and Dr. Soumitra Rai, chairman scientific committee, for giving us a very new type of unique academic fest with a very new subjects. And we all enjoyed that. With these words, I welcome you. On behalf of CSI, I thank you all for your active participation in our all CSI activities. Thank you for your joining us. That's all.
Thank you, Professor Datta. Now, Dr. P.K. Deb and Dr. Amal Kumar Banerjee, the Chief Advisor and Chief Patron, are not here with us at the moment for personal important reasons. May I ask General Secretary CSI Headquarters, Dr. Mrinal Kanti Das, to give his lecture.
Swami Nitya Dipanandaji, Dr. Bhawatosh Bishwas, and all other dignitaries who are present here, and also the audience, august audience. It's a proud privilege to stand before you to tell you that the West Bengal branch of CSI has got the best award for its various academic activities and many other aspects we consider from the central CSI. And also I would like to inform you that next year there will not be any update in cardiology because of the happening of the mega event, that is the All India Cardiological Society of India's annual conference, which will be held here in Kolkata. So be ready for that. I would like to congratulate our organizing secretary, Dr. Shouro Mukherjee, and also the scientific committee chairman, Dr. Soumitra Rai, who have done excellent job in organizing this particular update in cardiology, which has been here in a very odd time to say. We are very skeptical about this particular conference, but ultimately it could happen. And also to thank all other members of the Cardiological Society of India of West Bengal branch who have done excellent job in keeping the tradition of high academic activities in the part of Cardiological Society of India. Thank you very much, and be with us, and long live CSI.
Thank you, Dr. Das, for your kind words. Now, may I invite Dr. D. Roy, Secretary of CSI West Bengal branch, to deliver his address.
Swami Nitya Dipanandaji Maharaj, Acharya of Pelur Math, Professor Bhawatosh Bishwas, Vice Chancellor of West Bengal Health University, and the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. A very good evening to you all. I am delighted to see this huge participation coming out from the puja hangover. I am thankful to both the scientific chairman, Professor Soumitra Rai, and organizing secretary, Professor Shouro Mukherjee, to give a global touch to our update. This time also, we had Professor Sidney Smith and Professor Prakasi Didwania from USA this time, and we are thankful that they have come literally across the globe to participate in our conference. I thank you all for coming today and making our conference successful. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I have got the pleasant duty to invite our guest of honor, Professor Bhawatosh Bishwas, to release the souvenir on this occasion. Professor Bishwas. নতুন বের করো, বের করেছো? আরে হাতে ধরো না, ছবি তুলো, চাউমিন ধরে ছবি তুলো। Just one word is that please don't leave this booklet in this hall, because there is an important article in this booklet as well, written by Dr. M.K. Das on medico-legal issues, which you can appreciate how relevant it is in today's context. So please take it back home and read it tomorrow after our conference is over. Now I have got the pleasant duty to invite Professor Bhabatosh Biswas to address us.
Very good evening. It's a great occasion to assemble here. I have been witnessing this program and participating here in other capacities since the time I don't remember. In fact, whatever cardiology I had to learn for cardiac surgery, this is a platform which contributed extensively. I am delighted to see young faces. I believe they must be DM students and junior consultants in various hospitals. So this is nice to see so many young faces sitting in the audience at the end of the day to learn cardiology. The contribution of CSI West Bengal branch in organizing update cardiology has been a continuous process over long years. And as cardiology is growing very fast, to keep pace with the development of the science and art of cardiology, contribution of the association is phenomenal. And it has become a routine practice every year to add newer things to enrich the participants. I never think as a guest in this forum, I am your part, and I have been associated with cardiology for quite long time. And at the end of the day, during this program, those who are witnessing it, we are fortunate. Swamiji, my senior friend cardiologist, my colleagues, my senior teachers, and most important, young boys and girls sitting in the audience. You are all future cardiologists of the country, and we will be very happy to see you take cardiology in a newer height. We will wait for the days, and I expect all the best of your career, and this program will be extremely successful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Biswas. Now may I request Swami Nitya Dipanandaji Maharaj, who is a monk of Ramakrishna Mission Order, who joined the order in 1991 and is now serving the order at the training center for the novitiates of the order at the Belur Math. Brahmacharis, after completing 2 years of training in the order, come here for further training to become sannyasis. So may I request Maharaj Nitya Dipanandaji to address this gathering.
Respected Professor Bhabatosh Biswas, Vice Chancellor, West Bengal Health University, Dr. Shivananda Datta, President, Cardiological Society of India, Dr. Soumitra Roy, Chairman of the Scientific Committee of the Cardiological Society of India, West Bengal Chapter, other dignitaries on the dais, members of the committee, distinguished guests, and dear friends. I'm extremely happy to be present here today in the inaugural session of the Update in Cardiology 2016, a seminar on the cardiovascular diseases. It is quite relevant today to discuss in several forums and come out with different solutions for this rapidly growing problem in developing countries like India. India is undergoing a great transition, and cardiovascular diseases, CVD, is on the verge of achieving epidemic proportions. Data from researchers show that in the year 2008, 1/4 of deaths was caused by CVDs. And since then, it is growing at a rate of 9.2% per year. What is more alarming is that the productive class of people belonging to young and middle age are falling victims to this disease. Factors contributing to the increase in heart diseases is dependent upon a number of interlinked factors like aging, changing lifestyle and food habits, and other rapidly evolving socio-economic determinants across developing nations. Socio-economic determinants like improved access of health care, higher income levels, globalization, and urbanization drive increases the CVD risk factors. Emotional stress like intense grief, anger, sudden fear, mental depressions contribute to cardiac risks as much as physical stress do. They are no more considered merely psychological problems, but have their effects on human heart, increasing the risk for heart diseases. It is here that religious belief, yoga, and spirituality play a vital role in combating this problem. According to Vedanta, a human being is a 5-layered personality, the Panchakosha. His true nature is the eternal conscious principle encased in 5 sheaths. The 5 sheaths are the Annamaya Kosha, the physical body, the Pranamaya Kosha, the sheath of vital forces, Manomaya Kosha, the mental sheath, Vijnanamaya Kosha, the sheath of intellect, and the Anandamaya Kosha, the sheath of bliss. In spirituality, we speak of the emotional heart and the spiritual heart. The physical heart we all know of, and the problems associated with it is the main subject of discussion in this seminar for 2 days. The physical heart forms a part of the Annamaya Kosha, the external physical sheath. Pranamaya Kosha, the vital sheath, is responsible for breathing, excretion, digestion, and physical movements. Thoughts and emotions pertain to the Manomaya Kosha, the mental sheath. The mental sheath is what is referred to as the emotional heart, and this exerts its influence on the physical heart. All good emotions like goodwill, unselfishness, concern, and sympathy for others have positive influence on the heart, whereas hatred, jealousy, anger, etc. have detrimental effects. The self-identity or the ego sense is experienced in the Vijnanamaya Kosha, the universal consciousness, which is the one reality, says the Vedanta, is reflected in the intellect, the buddhi, and finds its first manifestation as I. This ego sense further identifies with the body, mind, etc., calls itself as I am so and so, and everything associated with the body and mind as mine. So, what is called I is truly the universal consciousness reflected in the intellect or the buddhi. The Vedanta says that the seat of the buddhi is the heart. It is not the physical heart, but it is a region at the middle of the chest. They call it the cave of the heart. In the state of deep sleep, we experience a great bliss. This joy is only a reflection of the consciousness whose nature is existence, knowledge, and bliss absolute. Here, the bliss experienced is due to our losing the physical individuality in deep sleep and coming closer to the absolute reality, becoming one with the consciousness. This is the Anandamaya Kosha. The Vijnanamaya Kosha and the Anandamaya Kosha constitutes the spiritual heart. Upanishads speak of this spiritual heart and it says that it is of the size of a thumb. Angushtamatra Purusha Madhya Atmani Tishtati. It resides in the middle portion of the body, in the heart, in the cave of the heart. Thus, the individual being, the jiva, is something which is different from these sheaths, the body, vital forces, mind, and ego sense. It is like a sword encased in a 5-layered sheath. In the Vedanta, the universal consciousness, Brahman, is called God. He is the Ishvara, the creator of this universe, and he is manifest in the heart as the Atman, the individual consciousness in all beings. The individual beings are called jivas. The Upanishads, which are the recordings or the experiences of great rishis, speak about the oneness of the jiva and the Ishvara. Swami Vivekananda asserts this essential oneness when he says man is potentially divine. Not knowing this unity of the individual self with the Supreme Self is what is called ignorance according to Vedanta. Carl Jung calls it self-alienation. This ignorance is the cause of all miseries. It is the ignorance that makes us hate each other. Ignorance is the cause of selfishness, jealousy, competition, uncharitable feeling towards others. It is through ignorance we do not know and love each other. The famous Swiss psychologist Carl Jung regards the psyche as made up of number of separate but interacting systems. The 3 main ones were the ego, the personal unconscious, and the collective unconscious. According to Jung, the ego represents the conscious mind, while the personal unconscious contains memories, including those that have been suppressed. The collective unconscious is a unique component in that Jung believed that this part of the psyche served as a form of psychological inheritance. It contains all of the knowledge and experiences we share as a species, as human beings. He also speaks of a self which provides a sense of unity in experience. For Jung, the ultimate aim of every individual is to achieve a state of selfhood, similar to self-actualization. In his book, The Undiscovered Self, he argued that many of the problems of modern life are caused by man's progressive alienation from his instinctual foundation, the self. Thus, meditation on one's true nature as a self and something beyond the psychophysical complex and prayers to the Supreme Consciousness as God residing in the heart could help one to relieve himself of mental stress. Vedantic truths should first be heard, then deliberated and meditated upon. Swami Vivekananda gave practical shape to this Vedantic truth of oneness learned from his master Sri Ramakrishna by preaching the idea of Shiva Jnane Jiva Seva. He wanted that these conceptions of Vedanta must come out, must remain not only in forest, not only in caves, but they must come out to work at the bar and bench, in the pulpit and the cottage of poor man, with the fishermen catching fish and with students that are studying. They call to every man, woman and child, whatever may be their occupation, wherever they may be. If a fisherman thinks he is a spirit, he'll be a better fisherman. If a student thinks he is a spirit, he'll be a better student. If the lawyer thinks that he is a spirit, he'll be a better lawyer, and so on. For people with cardiovascular diseases, meditation provides a technique for reducing stress and focusing on things that can do to be healthier. Meditation is a way of allowing you to come to balance in your life. Richard A. Steen, professor of medicine and Director of Exercise and Nutrition Program at the New York University's Center for Prevention of Cardiovascular Disease, through his research findings, says that while meditation can offer a technique for lowering stress and the risk for heart disease, it can't replace other important lifestyle changes like eating healthier, losing or managing weight, reducing salt, or getting regular physical activity. It's also not a substitute for any medication doctors may prescribe as a part of treatment plan. Meditation should be an adjunct to the prescribed medication and dietary and exercise programs, not a replacement. Therefore, all that can be said is that we do recognize the cardiovascular diseases is a very important problem, and that it can only be solved through concerted effort by scientists, psychologists, cardiologists, experts in yoga and spirituality. The sharing of knowledge that will emerge out of this conference will help to come out with better understanding and a holistic solution in future. Let me once again say that I am very much honored to be invited in this conference as a chief guest. With these words, let me thank you once again and wish the conference all success. Thank you.
Thank you, Shamiji, for your kind and erudite words. Now may I request our organizing secretary, Dr. Shouru Mukherjee, to offer the vote of thanks, please.
Well, good evening to the entire audience and the dignitaries and the dais. It's been a privilege on my part to get the opportunity to organize this big show. As a matter of fact, to be bold and frank, this is the first time ever in my life I have shouldered such a big responsibility. Now, the success of this conference is actually a joint team effort between myself, the scientific chairman, Dr. Soumitra Ray, my seniors from the CSI West Bengal, the event manager, Cubics, and of course, my brothers from the pharmaceutical companies. Now, we hope that a big part of this scientific program has already been over, and the next day is going to be as interesting as today. I thank all the delegates for turning out in large numbers despite the torrential downpour over the last few days. And thanks to all the dignitaries for delivering their speech. I hope you are going to enjoy the cultural program that is going to follow, and the rest of the scientific program is going to be a success, just like today. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Mukherjee. Now this is time for national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़
Thank you all. May I now formally close the inauguration ceremony. Thanks to all the dignitaries and the delegates.